Honey, what do you want to do for dinner? Turkey sandwiches?
How's that for lunch?
Peas. How about turkey and noodle soup?
Nah.
Peas, stuffing, mashed potatoes, and more turkey. Oh yeah, and gravy. I got it! We're gonna do two things tonight, and it's gonna be fun. Stick around. Hey, it's me, Texas Food Dude. What's going on? All right, it is Friday. It's the day after Thanksgiving. You've got all these fantastic leftovers. You got some turkey, you got some peas, you got some stuffing, you got some more turkey. You got a lot of turkey. You got some gravy, you got some mashed potatoes. Okay, we did this last year. My wife and I did, and it was really, really good. We made like a pot pie casserole thing, and it was really good, but we used these little casserole dishes, which is kind of a lot for one person, you know, if you do it each. So this year we're gonna do it in these ramekins. And so basically we're gonna make a little pot pie. We're gonna make a crust of stuffing, and then we're gonna put a layer of mashed potatoes and some peas and some turkey and a little bit of gravy and some more stuffing on top. We're gonna bake it in the oven. That's gonna be one of the things we're doing. The other thing is I love stuffing, and this is my fantabulous bacon and cornbread dressing. It's really good. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get, because I saw this at the Texas State Fair. It's always one of my favorite things to get. I'm gonna make some, get some of the cornbread dressing, and I'm gonna stuff it with some of the turkey. We're gonna make some balls, and we're gonna deep fry them with Panko breading. Fabulous. It is fantastic. It's really, really good. So, here in a minute, I'm gonna get all this stuff ready that I gotta start doing, and so sit tight, and we'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna take some of my cornbread dressing, and it is a little cold. It's also a little dry from the being in the refrigerator and all that. So one of the things you need to do is you need to kind of you need to rehydrate it. And the best thing to rehydrate it with is chicken broth or chicken stock. Sometimes it's a regional thing, but I've also been told the difference between chicken broth and chicken stock. Broth is something you sip. Stock is something you cook with. Also, broth is more the bones and the meat of the product, like chicken or like beef, you know, that you're making your broth with that because you put it in water and you let it boil. And stock is the bones and the meat with vegetables like carrots, celery, and onions. And that's how you make that. So that's the difference between broth and stock. I'm sure you really wanted to know that. So I need to put a little bit more of this in there. Might even have to zap this in the microwave to heat it back up. But okay, I switched tools to the potato masher. So it mashes more than just potatoes. It mashes stuffing. Okay. It's a lot more pliable. Yeah. I put a little bit more in. Because one of the things also, I can use this as the crust, and then I can also use this when I'm going to do my, when we make the Thanksgiving dinner balls. Okay, but my dressing is where I want it to be, consistency-wise. You know, it's still pliable, but it's not rock hard. but it's also not soupy. You want to make sure you don't get to a soupy consistency, because then it's really difficult and you just need to add more, dressing to it. Now you can do this with some Pam or some sort of cooking spray. I don't have any on my hand, but I have some butter. And so you want to, as I say, grease, but put a little bit of some sort of, makes it easier to cook with, but you want to just coat the ramekin like so. And I've got 3 others I'm going to do this with. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I've already greased up all the ramekins, and so now we're going to start with the first layer. First layer is going to be some stuffing. So you get you don't want to get a lot at one point, at the beginning, because you're going to run out of room if you decide to make it like that much of stuffing. So you need to make sure you want a little bit. You want to cover the top, or cover the bottom. Excuse me. But you are going to cover the top. You're going to cover the bottom, but we're not going to do sides. You're just going to cover the bottom like a crust. Kind of put it in there. Like, that might be a bit too much. I'll take that much out. So, okay. So, ramekins are all full, as you can see. So now we start filling. I got mashed potatoes. So we do, that's good enough one. Right there, like that. Might be a little too much, but it's also the first one I filled. It's being difficult, but you would put, each one, a little bit of the mashed potatoes, and then you do a little bit of, after that, you can do, because like I said, with myself and my wife, this is not much. If you want to do like 2 ramekins each for each of you, or you just want to do 1 and make a salad, you get leftover salad. See, the thing about this is, like, once you do, when you you can make this personalized. I'm going to put a little bit of turkey in each one. You can do these personalized. You can do turkey, and then if somebody doesn't like the mashed potatoes, but they like sweet potatoes, you can put sweet potatoes in there if they're that way. Or somebody doesn't like peas, or somebody likes peas, or you got carrots, or whatever. You can almost do these like build your own, and it makes it a little different, a little fun. Heck, if you got family staying over, if cousin Johnny likes it with peas and no turkey, and cousin Jimmy likes just nothing but turkey, then have at it. I mean, have fun with it. This is what it's for. All right. Now, you get your gravy. Do that. And put the gravy on that. And put the gravy on that. And put the gravy on that. And I'm going to clean up that little spot where it spilled. And that's that. So now, all I got to do is get the remainder of the stuffing and cover it up, and they go in the oven. Okay, this is gonna be real simple, real easy. I mean, I'm just getting the stuffing, gonna kind of flatten it out, make a little bit of a ball, flatten it out. You're making just a simple crust. You can almost say it's like a crumble. And this is something, like I said, if everybody, if you got a lot of family staying over or visiting for this, you get the kids involved. If kids want to do it, it gets kids involved in cooking, and that gives them, something that they can learn how to do. And, because this is, anybody can cook. I mean, just like they say in Ratatouille, anybody can cook. And once you learn how to cook, it gets to be fun. You have fun cooking, then it's not drudgery. It's fun. I like to cook, first, and I like to share how to cook. One of my favorite things about cooking and dealing with food is I make something, or I cook something, I get somebody to try it, and I see their eyes light up about, this is great. This is amazing. Thank you for letting me try this. And I really enjoy that. That's my favorite thing about cooking and dealing with food. And I like to share that. That's one of the reasons why I started this blog, and I hope this helps people out, So, not to get maudlin or off track. So we're just gonna do that. Now I'm gonna put the ramekins on the cookie sheet. I went ahead and put some foil on the cookie sheet. For one, it helps cut down the amount you might have to clean. You might, if you're lucky, it may not spill out on there, but if it spills out there, it cuts down the amount you might have to clean. So, I'm gonna clean my hands off, then I'm gonna put this in the oven, and the oven is preheated at 350 degrees, and we're gonna put it in there for about 20 minutes. So, we'll be back at you. Okay, now for the second part, we're gonna make fried Thanksgiving balls. These are fantastic. I tried these for the first time at the State Fair of Texas a few years ago, and they're really, really good. And it's kind of a genius idea. You get your cornbread dressing, leftover turkey, you make it into a ball, you fry it, you eat it. And you can use either some leftover gravy as a dipping sauce or some cranberry sauce as a dipping sauce. It's fantastic. So I've got the cornbread dressing, soften it up a little bit, use a little bit of the, what do you call it, the broth. And then, so you get some, you kind of flatten it out in your hand a little bit. You take a little bit of turkey. I chopped this up earlier. This is some white meat. And then you just basically kind of curl it up into a ball. You have to get, patch a hole. So you want to make it, I don't know, this is about the size of not quite a tennis ball, but not quite a baseball. Basically yay big. That's how big you want it. So you put in a little bit of I guess this is all-purpose flour. So you put it in that. This is where it gets kind of a little messy. I got egg wash of 2 eggs, and you just kind of roll it in there. Because what you're doing is you're doing it this way. Egg wash, and then into the Panko. And I'm trying to do clean hand, wet hand, or clean hand, dry hand. So.
Wet hand, dry hand.
That's it, wet hand, dry hand. Thank you very much from the Peanut Gallery. She's very helpful, that Peanut Gallery, I tell you what. All right, so, there you go. Put in the fancy dancy foil tray, and I'm gonna try to make, either 4 or I'm gonna make 6. I don't know how much I've got here, but I'm gonna make that right quick. So, let me make the rest, and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, as you can see, I made 6 balls, and these are like the arancini, which are an Italian dish, which is a burrata mozzarella ball that's been enrobed in rice and breaded, and they deep fry it, and it's like golden brown. This is kind of the same, the same idea. So I've got my Dutch oven. It's got about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of canola oil that's at about 300 degrees or 350 degrees. So you want to be careful when you're putting this in here. So you slowly lower it in there. And you want to do it for about 2 minutes until it's golden brown. I'm going to do 2 to make it go a little quick. So you want to keep it, keep it like that. You don't want to throw them in there because it's going to splash on you and it'll burn you and you have to go to the hospital, and that's not fun. Trust me, I've been there. I didn't get burned, but you want to kind of watch it how it's cooking. It's going to bubble up a lot, and then you just kind of move it around a little bit. And you want to, you're looking for about a 2-minute cook time, 2 to 2.5 minutes. You want to let it get golden brown, all sides. Since this isn't a deep fryer, you'll want to move it around a little bit. That way it gets equal cooking time all over the place. But then you roll it around. You know, there's no pale spots or anything. Let it get a nice, you know, golden brown, almost brown. And you don't want to burn it, because that's also going to mess with the quality of the oil. But you're going to do that. You take them out, let them go, and that'll be it. Okay, here is the little pot pie casserole thing. So you see it? Looks really, really nice. Got a little bit of a crust. Soft. Tastes really good. I mean, you got the mashed potatoes, you got the turkey, still steaming, you got the peas. Really, really good. This is excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, yeah. Okay, and now for the fried Thanksgiving dinner. It's got a, you know, you can feel the crust. I could hear them when I was like taking them out. So, I'm gonna cut it in half. Get a little bit of a crunch. Got everything in there. It fell apart a little bit. I think instead of doing them like instead of making a ball around the turkey, you can also just incorporate it all and just bind it up like that. So you don't actually have to make a ball about it. You can just incorporate it all and make the balls that way. Oh yeah, this is great. Really, really good. It's got a nice crunch because of the panko breading. This is really good. And you can do this with, like, if you have some more of the giblet gravy or just regular brown gravy. I don't do giblet gravy, but if you do brown gravy, or even just with the cranberry sauce, like as a dipping sauce, this will be great. Oh man. You hear that crunch? This is really good. Both of these are awesome, and I'm glad. I've been wanting to try this for a while. It's excellent. Great for a car trip. So if you on Thanksgiving Day and you got you can do it, like if you want to do it Thanksgiving night, you can. Fry them up. Give them to the relatives as they leave. Here, take some of this and have a snack for the road, because this is this is really good. It gives me an idea about doing a Scotch egg eventually, because this will be really good. Make sure when you get done with your oil, you dispose of it properly. Let it cool and then dispose of it properly. Gotta remember, this oil that's at 350, almost 400 degrees. Be careful with that. Do not burn yourself. All right. I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving if you already haven't had it. Thanksgiving means a lot to me and my family. We give thanks. It's been a really interesting year with the food blog. And I just, I want to be part of your life. I mean, as well as I can be through a computer screen, but this is something I really have loved doing. Like I said, have a happy Thanksgiving, and always like, subscribe, and share. Tell your friends about the fried Thanksgiving and the turkey dinner pot pie. These are excellent. You will love it. You can even put some cranberry sauce on top of this. Just like I said, y'all have a great day. Have a good holiday. Take care.